Today I will be talking about living in the wild and surviving. I know that anybody is able to do this and survive. I had read an article on the internet about how many people die every year in the wild. From Cha Cha Search Incorporated, do you know that there are on an average 40 people in the US get lost and die in the wilderness? A lot take place in Alaska bush. The wilderness is a brutal place to be if you do not have the skills to survive, but a beautiful place if you do. There are a number of different things that you can die from in the woods, but if you have the knowledge, it can be your home. You may never know what may come up that puts you in the situation of being stranded in the wilderness. We need to have some kind of education before we end up stranded in the wilderness and have to survive. It can mean life or death. I would like for the audience to know that anybody can do this and survive. Anybody can survive. One of the first things that you have to consider is the temperature. That will define how you survive. The second thing is that you will need to figure out some kind of water source. You got to replenish your body. The third thing is building some kind of shelter that will keep you out of the elements, and building a fire. That's important too. Living in the wild takes a lot of energy out of your body, and you burn a lot of calories. So some you need some food source to replenish your body. And are you able to kill an animal for food? Some people can't do that. Think about what you need that you can survive on and keep this as a survival kit in case you ever get stranded in the wilderness. Are you on top of the food chain where you are stranded? This can define what kind of animals you have to worry about and knowing which ones you can kill to eat. That tastes good. Surviving the wilderness. There was an article on the internet by Larry Kaplan from USA Today in Bankhead National Forest, Alabama. There's 25,000 acres, deep canyons, high cliffs, and towering hemlocks. There are no marked trails to determine where you are or where you are going. On August 16th, 2007, there was a 12-year-old boy and his family. He had set out with his family for what was supposed to be a 6-mile hike around Mount Baker. A thick fog cover moved in on the trails they were hiking and looking for. And the families ended up spending the cold night waiting for a rescue crew to find them the next day. Also, there is an Oregon based Mount Rescue Association, which has members of teams in about 20 different states that has seen a rise in the number of hikers being stranded and need a rescue. The president, Franz Sharp, said that they have 90 search and rescue teams that complete about 3,000 missions each year. You just never know what would put you in a situation that, of being stranded in the wilderness. You you cannot say that this will never happen to you, so why not be prepared? You just could be out for a ride and slide off the road, or out for a hike and lose your way. You need to be prepared. I had stayed 1 year in a camper for deer hunting, and I think that was the coldest year I ever spent deer hunting. Can you imagine if I was out in the elements? There are a lot of people that will eat bugs and insects, but there are other things that we can eat to survive. I am not telling everybody to go out and take a rescue course, but it would help if everybody would do some kind of research on the internet on how to survive in a wilderness. If you are going to be out hiking or just driving in the wilderness, be safe and prepared.